Good morning, good morning. Today is Tuesday, February 7th, 2023, and we're going to get into my OTC pre-market watch list for today. Got the SPY up on the screen, just like every day. Check that out just real quick. We're still above the resistance trend line. Let's see. Topped out just under 420. Um, looks like, I don't know, maybe we're fizzling out, maybe we're putting in a bottom, or like some support. We'll see, but have to play it safe now because definitely looks like a little top was put in. So might be good for OTC panics, but also might not be great for the bounces on the other end. So good to know. All right, I'll put up my watch list on the screen. Got quite a few on here, um, but we'll get through it. BNTH still my bag hold. I will cut it eventually. Whoops, what happened here? Put that on top. Still my bag hold. Not a great trade, but I keep looking at it every day to remind myself not to bag hold stuff. Uh, TLIF. Waiting for a panic on this one. Um, ran up huge. I mean, from, well, pretty big, from 4 cents to 16 cents. I'd love to see this thing crack 10. That'd be awesome. So actually, I think I'm going to check that off. Pretty illiquid, though, so it's not like super ideal. And I'll probably uncheck it. Um, actually, I will uncheck it for right now. No, I won't. I'm going to check it. ETCC. This one started running yesterday. Unfortunately, I missed it all day. I don't know how. I guess I just happened to. Oh, excuse me. I guess I just happened to not see it on my percent gainers watch list. But um, nice run up, at open, and nice VWAP hold. And then also here's the previous resistance. The volume isn't great, but previous resistance, and it holds the resistance perfectly well. Some higher lows here, beautiful. And then this is perfect to be buying into here maybe, or into here, and selling, you know, some of it or most of it. Actually, I'd probably be selling all of it because that's 120 to 190. So I'm very eager to see what this one does. I'm probably going to be watching it all day just because I like the potential percentage here. Got to be careful because it's super extended based on what the chart says, but it actually, oh, they got a contract. That's why. $85 million contract. Good to know. Currently, it's 189 by 94. So we'll see what happens to it this morning. I'd like to see it panic a little bit, maybe crack down to the 130s. That might be asking too much, but under the 130s, that'd be pretty cool. INVU, not really. I don't know. I was watching it yesterday. Yeah, it started cracking, but it's just so illiquid. It's kind of difficult to gauge. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll put an alert here at or below, and then I'm gonna uncheck it because actually I'll put an alert up here as well, just in case it starts curling for some reason. Um, just because I don't want to occupy like some screen space with something that's super liquid like this. CEOS, I dip bought this a bunch yesterday, or probably 3 times, 4 times. Had a nice crack. First red day, as you can see, had a nice, it's starting to like curl up a little bit more, and topped out. And all day I was waiting for it to break green red, just a white line here. I think I dip bought it in here at 7.7. I sold it into here. I dip bought it. I think I waited. I don't think I bought it in here. And then I dip bought it again in here, sold it, and then I missed this ramp here. But that's okay. I take my quick profits. Wish I held a piece, but it is what it is. It's not a big deal. So I'll be watching that to see if it can crack any more today. I'd love to see it crack 6, maybe get down to the 5.7s. That'd be ideal. So we'll see. GGII, another one I missed yesterday, sadly. Volume's low, but first green day. What do they have? Any news? No news on TOS. But I want to see what it can do today. I mean, this went from 1.6s, 1.7s to threes, and then back down, held VWAP, a little bit of higher lows there, and pushed again. That would have been a little bit tougher for me to want to buy into, but I guess, time of day, especially with this volume candle. I mean, you could be buying in right in here at the threes, selling it for 20%, and then holding it for a gap up potentially, or a little bit of the position. So I'll watch that one today like a hawk. HMBL, another one that I didn't really, I don't know, I'm not really interested in yet because it only had a first screen day. Okay, let's see. It had some news. Marketing program with motorsports. Okay, so they have a catalyst marketing program. Had a spike on that. Um, I mean, we'll see if it can get above this 9 area. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep it on radar. Um, I will actually put an alert here. I don't know how I would trade this yet, but just noting that the POC, the 90-day POC, is down here at 9. Maybe I'll put this at 9-1. Um, and I'll just leave it at that for now. But just something to keep an eye on because there's a potential first green day with news. Where is the 3-year POC? Where is it? Is it down? Oh, it's all the way down here. It's way low. Okay. So moving on. VPLM. Crazy because I dip bought it in here, sold it into here, and it just held and ripped up back to the highs of 5. So absolutely nuts. Leads me to believe that I should just be holding, especially with CEOS yesterday. Um, Leads me to believe I should just be holding a piece or at least selling, and then if it double bottoms, buy, and then if you have a situation with a double bottom, perhaps buy, sell, 4/5 or 3/4 into strength, and then just let the other bit ride, because these OTCs have been strong, and I have not been capitalizing as much as I could have or should have. But that's okay. I'm still green. That's what counts. I'll get better with time. SIRC, this one I don't really have too much plans with. It's just so beaten down. But if we can get some actual movement in here, I mean it's definitely up, but we have this kind of area here at 6.4 that we're stuttering at, so just have it on my watch list to kind of keep an eye on. Did I have any alerts there? I'll put an alert right there. Just in case it breaks that 6.4 area, I just kind of want to know. Not that I'd be buying it, but SIRC, or excuse me, AITX, oh, looks like this might be gapping down here. Um, Interesting. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know if this is something that I'd want to panic dip by necessarily. I'm just thinking to myself here. Um, I don't know. It just had a 1-day run. What day was that on? 2, 3. I'm not really sure. Um, I'm gonna leave that unchecked, but it's something I'll keep a watch on. I was thinking about panic dip buying it, but I don't know. It depends on how it acts in the morning, I suppose. Actually, I'll just check it, and then I could always uncheck it when I'm going through. NLST, this thing is still grinding up. Um, I don't like the daily currently. I mean, the daily is looking better, but it's all small days until it gets some kind of volume or movement. So just kind of keeping an eye out for that. If it breaks this area, then I'll kind of be interested. But we'll see what it can do. Actually, no, I'm gonna uncheck that. I feel like I have much more to watch, other than AITX, and I have the alerts on it, so that's okay. REPO, I put this one back on my watch list just because it looked like yesterday it held up this low, and now it's starting to push into 7. So I like the potential percentage here. It's so far off the lows, and if this thing could start pushing, um, let me put this up just above 7.5, then I might want to be in it. So just keep an eye on it. Doesn't have any news, I don't think, now. DSHK, eh, you know, This one I traded. I like the potential percentage because, even from 34 to 38, I mean, you're looking at 10% just in a little dip. Um, so I like the potential percentage, but it looks like it's kind of fading off a little bit. If it could hold up, I mean, this thing still could have legs, but we'll see. Let's see. Drive Shack joins. Oh, it was like a merger. BLIS. Funny because I held this one overnight. I believe it was this day. I thought that we were going to have a gap up, and then it fucking gapped up the next day. Um, Super illiquid, so it's kind of tough to trade, but I suppose I could have been going off the daily. Um, I don't know. That's a significant gap down, though. But that's all right. Just keeping it on watch. I'm looking for more of a dip here. I think I'm going to. Let's see. What do we have? 4-6 by 5. Um, think I'm going to uncheck it just because of how illiquid it is, but it'll still be on my watch list. BOQC, we had some downtrend yesterday morning and then, kind of cupped here. I'd like to see this thing crack lower, but, we'll see. It's really choppy. I mean, I'd like a clean break of 30 at, best case scenario or even more. PKPH, this one it was just tough. Super illiquid crack. I think the spread was pretty wide. So I didn't really touch it, but I'd like to see this thing crack, the 14s even today, or even the 13s. That would be ideal. So keeping that on watch. That one I will leave checked, but I don't know. It's a tough one. PRKR slowly coming up, and it's getting to a crucial point. Volume's low, no catalyst on TOS at least. But if this can get some volume, and I don't know. I mean, we might see 60, or it could just top out here. In the 44s, or in the 40s. So we'll see. OWUV. This one had like a first green day move yesterday. I added it just because I kind of want to see what it does. Not anything, no plan on it yet. I'm just curious to see where it goes, if anywhere. Um, let's see, 721. Did it have news? Yes. About this day, 9:30. I think I just saw something. No, okay. So we'll see. AIAD. This one I was looking for more of a panic as well. Um, I can't remember if I traded or not. Let me see. I did. Oh yeah, I did. I did. I took two losses on it. I think I lost a little bit right here. I cut it quick. And then I lost a little bit like right in here, and I cut it quick, and then I re-entered and I sold into here. Um, and I ran out of funds, or else I probably would have bought in here on this bounce and sold. But that's okay. Overall, I made money on it, and my gain percentages were pretty good. So that's mainly what I look for. I'd like to see more downtrend today, though. Quick out the open, ideally. MGUI, I'm just leaving this one on because I think that this thing can curl. And if it can curl, that would be awesome. This thing looks like it's setting up very nicely. So um, we'll see. Yesterday it was holding above green really well towards the end of the day. I don't see any news, but just keeping an eye on it. WNDW, waiting for more downtrend on this. Uh, unfortunately, I mentioned I missed this ramp. I was long overnight, made some money because I sold quick, and then I just didn't enter. Um, I didn't think it was going to go, but that kind of goes along with what I was saying before. I mean, this is kind of like a double bottom, but slightly lower, and then there was no more selling, and then the thing rips back to the highs. So that's kind of good to notice. It's funny because I normally notice these things after the trend is over, or I start taking advantage after the trend's over and then end up losing some money. But if I pay attention closely, I might be able to capitalize on it. BNet, I honestly might just take this. Oh, I'm leaving this on just because it's still at the highs, so I'm kind of curious what it can do. Nothing crazy. SKYE, let's see. I'm waiting for a panic. I'd love to see this thing, come under the fours. And ideally, probably maybe, let's see. I'd love to see it crack like 3.6 or go down to the 3.6s. Let's see, even lower, honestly. Now that I look here, I don't know, threes would be awesome, round number, but we'll see. UATG, same thing as MGUY, basically putting in this nice. It's very choppy, but it's putting in this nice like base here. So I'd love to see this thing confirm and buy. But just like VNTH, because I bought this, it was doing the same type of thing. A little choppier, but I bought it right up in here, and it failed. And I sold most of it up here for break even. I think the same day, because I just didn't like that it didn't push. And then yeah, I sold it break even the same day, and then I'm still holding like 1/5 of my position. So nothing crazy, but that's something I need to take into account. That sometimes when you buy these, they're just gonna stuff it. So good to know. Where was I at? Was I at UATG? So I'll just keep an eye on it, but we'll see if it can get a catalyst and push. Then that might be cool. DVMM kind of bad. Don't really like it. Um, I don't know. I just have it on here. If I see a nice percentage dip, then I might start looking at it. But GVSI, I'm looking for a crack here. Looks like it put in a nice head and shoulders almost. So I'd like to see this thing crack down to like 2, maybe crack under 2. Um, but we'll see. I mean, it's kind of a liquid intraday. GDVM, same thing, looking for a panic. I'd love to see this thing crack 7. That'd be perfect. So, and this is kind of what I'm looking for with the other ones, MGY and UATG, just something like this. But it's kind of rough because even when it broke the next day, it opened and then dipped all the way under, and then spiked again towards the end of the day. It's what it looks like. Yeah, so that's kind of tough to hold through, and especially me as like a scalper mentality. So just keep an eye on this one. Oh, actually, I don't even have an alert for underneath. Let me create one right here, and boom. Almost done. TPCS, this one's just at the highs. I don't like the potential percentages, but it's at the highs. I don't like how liquid it is, but whatever. WSRC, let's see. I'd like to see this thing crack some more, but it really needs to crack, 12 half basically to get my interest. I don't want to touch it otherwise. Is GDVM checked? Hmm. All right. ABML. I'd love a panic on this thing, but we'll see what can happen. SPYR. This one I'm long. Uh, I'm swinging. I was in at 5.2, I think, on this day somewhere in here, maybe right here. I actually sold 2/3 at 5.1 yesterday, and then of course it supported, and all this volume came in like literally right like minutes after I cut for like a dollar loss, just to keep me patient. I'm already in small, but I get antsy with these ones that I'm holding. And of course it's supported, and now it's looking like it can push, which is just sad, but it's okay. It's just all building confidence. So GTII, this one is still one of my primary ones. I'd love to see this thing crack under 2, and maybe under 180. That'd be awesome. So we'll see today. GDSI, well, we're waiting for a panic, but it's just super illiquid. So actually, I'll put an alert down here. Yeah, I'd love it. I'd love it to crack 3 and come down to under 2 half. That'd be sick. And WLAN, um, way off the lows, way more than I thought it could. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. If it cracks 8, that might get my attention. That it might be topping, but I mean it's spreads wide pre-market here, so we'll see what it can do. But let me see what I got. I got 8 screens, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll go through and recheck some of them, but um, yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, that will be it for Tuesday, February 7th, 2023, the OTC Premarket Watch List. Hope you guys stay safe, have a good day, and I will catch you on the next one.